This call is being recorded.
Welcome to the artwork of CP, everyone. Okay, I'm just gonna come right out and say it, and you can at me for what you want to at me for. I have a new diagnosis, which I will go into more details next week. But I have osteoporosis now, which is weakening of the bones, and women tend to get it more than men, and of course it goes in conjunction with weakening of the bones, and PT helps it because PT is weight bearing exercises, and I start PT on Thursday. Yeah, I thought I was going to end at home PT and then go straight into outpatient PT, but that plan backfired on me. So, as they say, if you want things done right, do it yourself and don't rely on others necessarily. So, I Googled, I actually Google mapped a PT place close to my house, and we're going to try it. If that doesn't work, I have a complete backup plan that's still a certified PT, but we're going to get back on the horse. I already said to them over the phone, I do have CP, which cerebral palsy, and I did not say I have osteoporosis now, but I will definitely tell them on Thursday, and I have done PT with a mask on before, so that's not the issue. The issue is, and having a physical therapist who's not works with CP is not the issue. The issue is, will they be able to treat osteoporosis along with um, PT aspects? And yeah, we'll figure that out, and we'll see where it goes. And so today, what Danielle and I are going to talk about is actually what we're doing for Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be blunt and honest with you guys about what we're doing for Thanksgiving and what we're potentially doing for Christmas. And just giving you guys a heads up, I'm taking the whole month of December off because there's a story behind it, and I may not get into that story until January. I probably won't, but there's a story behind it, and you guys won't hear that story until 2022. But I need to essentially live my life and collect what brain I have left, because it's been a very interesting process with my roommate. There was and is baptism by fire, learning about CP, and thank God my thank God my next roommate, who was found by my housing complex, re- a real estate agent who knows, well, he, he knows the housing complex. He's briefly met me, and he said to my house manager, he said, basically, I have a acquaintance who's looking for a place to live, and yeah, and so those guys um, made because I told my house manager, I said, I don't want anyone disabled. I don't want a registered. We were looking at registering this in students, but I was thinking that's going to be way too much. And I said, look, I want. I told my housing manager, who's a really good friend of mine, I said, I want someone who is able bodied and willing to help. And this is what we found. And so she's going to be moving in with me as of December. No, as of January, sorry. The other, my women now is going to be moving out as of December, probably the end of November, early December. So that means I get the peace and quiet of my house again, which it's, yeah, it's been a long and interesting process. I had the peace and quiet of my house by myself um, since the end of May. Well, my house guest left the end of May. Then I had another house guest come in July, which um, that's a long story there. But I had house guests come in May. They left, and then I had the house guests come in July, and then because of COVID, people don't want to travel and come and see me, which is sad. And so, but I do have a one, well, a friend coming down, and then another two friends driving down. So, yeah, and that's all gonna be in December. So that's one of the reasons why I'm taking months off. But December, and I'll deal with Christmas as it comes. But what I am doing on Thanksgiving Day is because my house manager proceeds to work on Thanksgiving Day, and it's a normal day for him, and he knows I'm down here, and he knows I'm not necessarily flying home, which I'm not. And back to Aspen, I keep wanting keep wanting to say home is Aspen. No, home is Arizona now. But I'm not flying back to Aspen. There's no way. Um, there's no way. And so plus over the holiday season, Aspen gets crazy and logistically impossible to find some somewhere to stay and just do do that. So nope, 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 nope. Me not jumping on airplanes, me not doing that. And so even though Aspen is beautiful in the winter, there's a price to pay in December. So I would rather save my pennies and not do the winter aspect. And I would rather travel in the summer in May. Hopefully that would work, but I have to talk to my team about that. So basically, this year I'm doing a friends Thanksgiving hosted by my house. My Believe it or not, my 2 day, I guess you would call them day managers at my apartment complex, Louisville, is all hosting Thanksgiving. And they said, hey, Win, hey, hey, Win, and anyone else that wants to come, you're more than welcome to show up to Thanksgiving dinner. we don't care if you're traveling, or we don't care if you're going with your family. So we just want to support you guys the best we can. So I said yes. I said that is mightily kind, and I said yes because the because me flying home is logistically, me flying back to Aspen is logistically impossible, and um, it's a nightmare anyway. So me me just staying put, and me gathering my thoughts for 2022 and how I'm going to work in 2022, and me trying to figure stuff out down here, and me trying to get on a consistent basis with a couple of things, um, which, yeah, it's gonna be easy if I don't fly back to Aspen and don't do all that. So I am doing the Friends Thanksgiving. I do have people coming down for Christmas, and yeah, so that's going to be me. And I'm still dealing, as I said, I'm dealing with osteoporosis, which I really, really have to concentrate on my PT, which I will get back on. It will only take me 48 hours to get back on that horse, but I am looking into massages too. So, in conjunction with PT, or um, some sort of alternative medicine to go with the traditional PT, because I need it, and they say the inflammation in the bone structure is massage is good for. So if you guys know of any massages, massage places down here, that would be great. I started Googling and looking at massage places. I've actually text and message my team. So that is that. So hopefully I can get that on a consistent basis, along with PT, and along with something else. Something else will be a shock to you guys, that uh, in a very interesting way, people don't know that I'm doing this, and I don't plan to tell you guys, at least until 2022, because I am trying to get it on a weekly basis. Right now, it's a little bit scattered, um, due to scheduling and due to everything else. And so, right now, it's a little bit scattered, but I'm going to try and get it on a weekly basis. But that's what I'm doing for Christmas and Thanksgiving. And so I'm going to turn it over to my lovely assistant, and we're going to talk about what she is doing for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
uh, uh, for so to be a my mom have my mom Eve uh, in her uh,
So you're basically having a family um, Thanksgiving, and the reason why I am not flying home is because number one, I don't have a place to stay, and it's too logistically impossible to figure that one out now. And number two, my family is, well, my the biological family I still have. They're in the Bahamas. Actually, that's not true. They're in Boulder, and they're one is in New York, and two of them are in Boulder. But the majority of my mom's family is in the Bahamas. And when I sent my aunt article yesterday about something she's involved with, she goes, "Well, we're flying back from LA after seeing the kids and big kids, as she calls them." And I said, because I've heard, and I'll call her this week, because I've heard grandma hints about grandma moving, and this would be my step grandma. Step grandma is actually down here, even though I haven't seen her. Um, step grandma is what, 2 hours away from me. Sedona, Arizona is 2 hours away, and so step grandma is step grandma is actually going out to my my adopted family in Colorado, and then it's gonna be interesting. And then hopefully in January, my adopted family will come down here to help move grandma. We won't get into that, but um grandma has hoarding tendencies. Yeah, hoarding tendencies, and we won't get into that. So what they're thinking is we move grandma, and trust me, I'm going to set my boundaries and say I don't want grandma's junk in my house, because with hoarding tendencies, hoarders tend to try if you move anything. So we have to do this very carefully and very mindfully. But the fact of the matter is, they they didn't say, "Do you want to come home?" They didn't say, "Do you want to fly into Denver and have someone pick you up?" Or, which I won't fly into Aspen, and that's a long story in itself why. And so do you want to fly home with A? Do you? No. They basically said, have fun at your friend's Thanksgiving, and we'll miss you at ours. And it's like, okay, you people took care of me for 2 years, or tried to, and now what? And I'm still grieving what they said to me via text. And I'm going to be really, really nice about it when they hopefully both send me a text on Thanksgiving, or grandma proceeds to call me one via one of their cell phones. And I'm going to say happy Thanksgiving and carry on, because um these and granted, my dad wanted to move to Arizona for his health reasons. And for those of you who are new to the show. Danielle's been with me through hell and back. And basically, what ended up happening is my dad got majorly ill, and he got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And so when he was in the hospital, he said to Mallory, my um my supposed stepmom, who's not really, but he said to Mallory he was going to give Win and all this stuff, and then he passes away. I see him on the 18th of May. He's on death's door on oxygen, and he's in a rehab slash nursing home, the youngest man in the rehab center, and yeah, and the hospital moves him in and was all content. And so well, not really mine was not listened to. And so he said to Mallory, made him a promise that she would take care of me. Well, I decided to leave because it was me, or you take care of me, or the full time, which she still has a full time job, and or the full time job goes. Well, it landed up I could logistically afford to live in Aspen, and these people, my step family and my biological family, refuses to come out and see me because of COVID, and they refuse to come out and see. I haven't seen them. It will be 3 years in May that I haven't seen my dad's family. And those of you that know my story really well and that have hung out around myself and Danielle long enough, I got emotionally and physically abused. And so that's been really, really interesting recovering from that, just just because my family doesn't see, they say they love me, but yet I am like, well, if you love me, you would have helped me move down to Arizona, and if you love me, you would have flown me home, flown me back to Aspen for Thanksgiving. And so that's why I am making a new tribe and a new chosen family. And Danielle's going to be always a part of that. And it's going to be a year since I haven't seen Danielle, which really, really makes me sad. Sad because you would think, and I want to show my best friend for 20 some odd years. She'll correct me, but my best friend for 20 some odd years, my new house, and she knows it too. And she's barely seen pictures of it. 25. Okay. 25. I keep, she's laughing at me because I keep forgetting the number. 25 plus, now 25 plus years. And so, but Danielle has been with me sort of basically, basically hell and back. And she, yeah, she said she have, but basically when my dad passed away after I got the phone call. She was After I got the phone call from my stepsister, believe it or not. I didn't even get the call from my stepmom, and that made me angry. Um, and she was the first one I texted. He passed away, and then, um, and then it's like all heck broke loose. So I am slowly recovering from 2 years of, well, two 1 year of COVID, and COVID being the pandemic itself, and then 1 year of my life being turned upside down, and then part of that year was trauma, blunt force trauma that came out of left field, and I wasn't expecting that at all. And I still don't talk to my abuser, still can't talk to my abuser. I occasionally talk to her, the witness of my emotional and physical abuse, but it's all nice and we don't deep dive. And I'm getting ready to deep dive with her in 2022 and just ask those hardball questions, because I am seeing a therapist down here in person, down in Arizona in person. I'm also doing extra therapy. Let's just put it that way. And the holidays are always tough on everyone, no matter if you have gone through blunt force trauma or moved, or the holidays are really tough on everyone. So we just want to tell you guys, number one, that you're loved, and then I want to make this abundantly clear. If you need help, if you need help, and if you need help, look up Talkspace, or if you need help, you can always call me, and I'm going to give you my phone number on because I trust you people, on the line right now. My phone number, and this is my personal cell phone number, and people have it. So it's not a Google voice number. It's not a Google. It's not one of those answering machines. It's me essentially reaching out to you. And what I want to do, I got this idea from a podcast that I listened to, and that's still in effects, called Leading Saints. And Leading Saints had a Zoom chat with a host, and he wanted to know the feedback. He wanted to know the feedback of his podcast. And if you look up Leading Saints, you'll find it. It's a Mormon LDS podcast, the Church of Latter-day Saints. But what we are learning about all religions, including LDS, is the stigma with LDS is that they're an interesting bunch of folks. But if you get the right person who has the religious basis, and I'm talking about any religion, and you will find the best source of inspiration, or the best source of anything coming out of people with good intentions and people with good souls. So getting back to my point, um, if you want to call me and just have a chat, or if you want to text message Danielle and just have a chat, is that okay, Danielle, if people text message you?
Yeah.
Okay, because Danielle does better via text message than she does speaking, just because of her speech impediment, even though she is getting better. And because I've known her for 25 years plus, 99% of the time I can understand her, but she is more than willing to open up her phone to text messages, and I am willing to open up my phone number to phone calls if you need help. If you need help during the holiday season, or just have questions about Salem Holiday. For me, just have questions about um, Arizona and how it works with a disability. And for me, if you have questions about osteoporosis and how I'm doing it, or if you have suggestions, I will take those suggestions. So, Danielle, I will give you my phone number right now, 970-618-8840. Again, 970-618-8840. And for those of you who didn't catch that, just Danielle will stick those phone numbers in the show notes, and then we're open to all text. Yes.
Yeah. No. 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 We. No. We. No. None.
Okay. So Danielle's going to stick both phone numbers in the show notes, and so basically you are welcome to contact us if you need support. If you just need support and need help and just need support, and if you need to get away from your family on Thanksgiving or pre-Thanksgiving and just um, stick to yourself in a quiet place and call me or text message Danielle. I'm more than happy to receive love. And so basically, what we're going to be doing is, Danielle, since we talked about what we're doing on Thanksgiving, when are we going to record the Thanksgiving episode? Is it going to be on Thanksgiving, or is it going to be prior to Thanksgiving and then released on Thanksgiving? What's the deal?
Yeah. Before. So. We. Have. We. Uh.
So basically what we're going to do is record it and hold it and release it on Thanksgiving. And yeah, every single year we do this. And it's yeah, it's gonna be interesting because every single year it's going to be interesting. You know what? This is the first year I have um ever done a what they call a friend's Thanksgiving, and so this ought to be quite interesting. Who shows up and who stays, and yeah, and this ought to be interesting. And so we're going to record it on Thanksgiving, and then we're also going to record another episode of what we want for, not necessarily what we want for Christmas, how you can help a podcaster with gift ideas, and because I need nothing, you guys. I have this big giant house, and which is beautiful down in Arizona, and so we will do those 2 episodes before obviously the Thanksgiving one before Thanksgiving, and then we will do the what we want for Christmas, um, and how you can help a podcaster um, before Christmas and release that on Christmas Day. So if you need to step away from the chaos, yeah, you're more than welcome to. And I may just, like I always do, say on the Thanksgiving episode, I may just say, as you are listening to this, you're probably listening to this on a smart speaker owned by Google or owned by Amazon. And so let's do that as we do every single year. And so we love you guys. And yes, that offer still stands. Calling, texting us, all I request that you do, and Danielle would definitely agree with me. I almost said probably agree, but definitely agree with me, is that you there's two, there's 2 things that I want you to do. Basically, put your name on the text, so then you'll know who it is. And I put your, if you're going to text me, put your name on the text as well. And if you're going to call me, just say, look, it's someone I listen to your podcast, just so I have a flavor of reference. And the other thing I want you guys to do for Danielle is, actually, I haven't asked you, if you could give her just a little bit of, don't be sending book long text messages. Book long text messages drive me nuts. So I don't know about Danielle, but really, because of the amount of text messages we receive on a daily basis, and I say Danielle included, and yeah, just be mindful of what you are sending. And because of my research skills, I can probably guide you in the right direction. But we both want to support you guys during the holiday season, because the holiday season's tough cookies, and it's family dynamics come up, and so don't um, don't mention religion, don't mention the pandemic, don't mention politics. That's my rule on that one, and that still stands on Thanksgiving. So if you need to step away quietly and do that, please do so. Just be and we would love to hear from you. You just have to text Danielle and call and text me, and we'll get back to you properly, because I pretty much have my phone on 24/7 for safety reasons. And so I will probably get back to you when I receive it, or maybe the next day, depending on what I'm doing. But I'm pretty good at answering the phone calls and pretty good about answering text. So, well, we'll see and leave it at that. And I'm going to turn it over to my lovely assistant. And we are also doing a winning cup the week of Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving Day per se, but the week of Thanksgiving, and then we're starting that back up in January of 2022. So that's all good on that. And so, but we still have content till January of 2022. So you guys can binge listen to that. And so, yeah. So that is that. And I'm going to turn it over to my lovely assistant so she can do the closing shout out. And I'll leave it at that.
yeah, yeah, so, uh,
What she said. Thank you for following us. And as I said, Danielle will stick those numbers in the show notes, and you guys can have at it, and you guys can send me Christmas ideas, even though I have a roommate, have friends that want to support me and get my house all Christmassy, but you guys can also send me Christmas ideas because I'm stuck for Christmas ideas. I have some sense of what I want to do, but now that I gave everything away and didn't bring anything down with me, um, I need to reassess the situation. And so, yep. But other than that, we're going to love you and leave you, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye, you guys.